Hey, I'm Hailey.
And I'm Jessi.
And you're listening to
Personality Hire, the podcast where I feel like I've been living off processed food for 5 days straight.
Ooh.
And I was going to tell you what those main two food groups were that I was eating. Number one is Chomps.
Yep.
And number two are mini Quest bars.
Yep. Ooh.
They sit like rocks.
Yeah, no.
That wouldn't be something that I would like normally reach for, but I've been in a unique position. But I just feel like I have got to get a grip on eating processed food. Like I got to get a grip on it.
I actually thought about this weekend because I wasn't expecting to be at home as much as I was. And then I was, so I didn't have the grocery to back that up. And when I would go to reach for something, I would go to reach for something that's like easy processed. And then I was like, you're at home, girl, do like the whole food thing. And then I'm like, well, I don't really have Whole Foods. And then I went in my fridge and I was like, what can I put together? I'll just say this. You feel it. You feel a difference
It's
in
true.
your body.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I just think that I can't remember if I said this was a resolution when we chatted about that back in January. I think I might have said that eating less processed foods was a resolution. And
I think we both said that.
I'm just doing a check-in to let you know that it's not going well. That's
okay.
That's it. I'm just checking in that it's not going that well.
It's only how many months into the year? 4? 3? 3.5?
Are we still in Q1?
I don't know.
We're in Q2. We're at the top of Q2.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome.
Oh, Aunt Hailey, it's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you too.
It's so great to see you. I feel like, I don't have anything.
Oh, I have so much to say.
Okay, great. Because I was going to say, I don't have a lot of brain clarity in this moment. So I'd like for you to start at the top and don't stop till you're at the bottom.
I have something. I have two things that I was going to say. One, I feel like I don't know who in Norway or China needs to hear this, but I've been feeling so much about, and we talk so often about this because we both have this mutual experience, aka our moms are both, they started a podcast in heaven, so we can no longer see them, which stinks.
They're dead.
Yeah, that's the whole point. But I've been thinking a lot about like all of these really intense changes that I'm feeling that I could have never guessed that I was going to experience. And a lot of that is I think about everything in its wholeness all the time. Like everything, every situation that's going on. With Summer House, all that stuff happening, they have this new cast member. Her name's Mia, and she's just a queen. She's one of Sierra's friends, and she's amazing on the show. She, this last episode, was talking about, by the way, both of her parents also have podcasts in heaven. Okay. So she is without parents, which can only imagine how devastating it feels. Anyway, she's talking about this and she says she had a dream about her parents and that she was asking them to stay. And she's like, and this is all like Summer House, there's not a camera right there. It's not as much like Housewives. Sometimes the cameras are set up in the corners of the room.
Like
so
Big
it's
Brother
very,
style?
Yes. So it's very like, it feels real when these moments do happen because they do come up in normal conversation. Yeah, we're clipping to that, but you could tell this was a whole conversation her and Sierra were having. Anyway, this Saturday, I had my first dream with my mom in it. And it was like I woke up at 5 a.m. when I had this dream. I was so shocked and scared in my dream that I was seeing my mom and talking to her that I woke up, which made me mad that I woke up because I was like, maybe I could have finished it on a better note. And then I was also thinking about, I was like, well, is my mom transitioned? Has her soul transitioned to the point where now she can reach me in my dreams? And if so, we've got to have a conversation about what mood we're going to be in these dreams because it was just devastating. I was basically telling her that I loved her and that I missed her and she was crying, but I was going to sleep. Like I was in my bed and she was like hugging me. It was very strange. It just didn't make sense. Anyway, just want to let you know that's where I'm at. My grief, had my first mom dream, very scared to have my second mom dream. Really hope that I'm not telling her that I love her and I miss her. I hope it's like we're going shopping. So Mom, that's my request. If you want to write a scene of us shopping.
We have a prayer
giggling.
request.
Yes.
For everyone. We have a prayer request for a better dream.
Yes. For like a better, maybe a comedy, not a drama. You know what I mean?
I had a dream about my mom about 2 weeks ago, and I hadn't had a dream with her in it in a long time either. But I have like a unique position with the way that I dream about her, because I can tell you after. I'll tell you this first and I'll tell you the second after. But the dream that I had, where I'm at in my grief journey, coming up on I guess 8 years, 7, 8 years, I can't remember, is that she was alive with my dad in the dream, and we were in a living room, like I'm assuming theirs, but her body was there, but she was dead. Like I knew she was dead and gone, but her body was there, and she was sitting next to my dad, and I was laying
Did
into
your dad
her.
see?
Yeah.
Her?
Like,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yeah. But we were all in agreement and understood that like she was
this
there.
is normal. Yeah.
And she also knew, like, she was like, yeah, I'm not like, I'm
Yes.
dead. And I was laying into her, pissed off that she was dead. And I was really giving it to her. And my dad was like, hey, you gotta lay it off.
Yeah,
you gotta knock it off. Like, that's not very nice. And I just remember being like, I'm pissed. And I was like laying into her. And then I woke up and I was like, that was not very nice. But that was how I felt in the dream. And honestly, when I woke up, I was like, kind of like, period. That is how I feel.
You said T.
Some days I'm pissed off.
Clock it. Yeah.
And I think that I told you this, but I had the night before my mom passed in the hospital, because my mom passed away in a hospital, and it was at the point where they had said she's never going to recover from this, and she was already gone. She was already gone, and she was essentially on life support. So, but the night before she passed away, I had a crazy dream where it was like just complete darkness, like Stranger Things style, where what's her face 7, like, you know, she goes 11, sorry, fuck.
She was like 7 when it started.
She was like 7, but where 11 like kind of like pops up into like a black room or like a black nothingness, and then like she's like going, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
she's in the upside down.
Yeah, there you go. And my mom's face, just like her face, like flew towards me, but I wasn't there. It was just like flew towards my mind's eye.
Yeah. Your mom was Vecna.
In the night before she passed. And then right behind her were her parents' faces. And they were all smiling. And I felt like overwhelming warmth and happiness.
Beautiful dream. Yeah.
But then that's like, I woke up immediately out of the dream, and it was morning, and I was like every single day going to the hospital every morning. And I immediately woke up and I was like, oh my God, she's not here anymore. I was like, I essentially like took that dream, and I was like, oh, she is trying to be with her parents.
Yeah.
And I went to the hospital that day, and they were like, listen, we got to make a decision here. And I just like looked at my dad and I told him the dream, and he was like, okay, that she's not here. Like her body's not here. So anyway, all that to say, I fully believe that when you dream about someone that's passed away in any way, that they are trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
Like for real. And I do believe that the dream that you just described, I know that it's painful, but it also is like really sweet and beautiful. Like it really, really is. Yeah. I do think that dreams can be like a way to communicate with people that are like, you know, not here. Yeah. I mean, I really do. I really do.
Or like, and I believe this in like a spiritual sense, that we're still connected in so many other ways. I still feel like I get nudges from my Grandpa Joe all the time. I felt really connected to him, and I was just hoping
you did have a connection with him.
Yeah, like a spiritual connection, because he wasn't as is lucid the right term to use?
Yeah, sure. And he also wasn't really communicative.
Yes.
Like verbally.
Yes. Yeah. There were times that I knew exactly what he meant, and it was very weird. And I even felt that it was weird, but I was like, I'm okay with it being weird because it feels very God-centered weird in that way. Like it's just something I haven't experienced, but it doesn't feel like spooky ooky. It feels like right. It just feels right. And I will say, like, I felt like my mom was just trying to say that she loved me and she missed me.
100%, 1,000% agree. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And I've like not felt, by the way, I feel very lucky to feel this way, but I have not felt at one point mad at her, even though she could have, Mom, I know you're listening, you could have taken better care of yourself. And everybody urge your parents to always take care of themselves. But even if they do, I know people whose parents have passed who their parent went on runs every morning, like at 60 and like didn't have any heart problems, was always up on their health, going to their appointments, like whatever. But my mom, I've never had that anger towards her. I have had the anger towards, and I know it's going to make sense. Like I also believe this, that your pain is your purpose, and pain is actually powerful and beautiful. There are so many things. You can't have the light without the dark is what I'm trying to say. And I don't want to get like too much into that, but I do want to say that I've only had anger towards that I've had such a rough go with having a mom. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I've been worried about my mom my whole life. And and I think that's like kind of devastating thing to realize, that even though I don't get the blessing of having her on earth, I still will worry about my mom for the rest of my life. And that's not going to go away. So all the worries I still have and all the stress I still have that I had before, I still have that. It's just a different form of it. I don't know. That's where I'm at in my grief. And I also, me and Jessi were talking about this before we started recording, but also the thing about grief that I didn't realize is that how much I've changed and how I'm also grieving me and grieving the energy I used to have. The light that I had before is different. It's going to be brighter, I think, in most ways because of how I'm evolving. But right now, I am like totally grieving the energy I used to have, and the type of friend I could be, and the type of daughter, the type of sister, all of those things. And I think that's going to be a really hard shift for me these next few months and years of my life, because I think I'm going to have to step away from a lot of relationships that I thought were fine. But I think like if I'm not bringing, and it maybe also, by the way, maybe I am using, or my anxiety is making me feel more of this than is actually there. But I do feel like I have this pressure of people are like, oh, you're not better yet, or you're not, like, you've changed, like you don't have your energy yet. Like it's the expectations, and it feels as if it's being put on me that maybe some people are gonna not like the new Hailey, but also you just gotta, if they don't like it, they don't like it.
I think the way that it kind of unfolded for me is that you do change. So, I mean, like, you become not a totally different person, but you become a different version of yourself. And the way that it changed for me is that I did feel like pre my mom passing, my light was like just like I would spread it to everyone and everything and every little thing in my whole life. Like I just felt like I was just more of like a complete fucking like flashlight.
Yeah.
And now the way that I kind of view my light is that it's bright, but it's focused.
Yeah.
It's not so everybody gets every bright part of me. It's that now I have possibly a brighter light, but that light is more, the effort is more concerted to shine it on certain things and certain people, and not everything and everyone gets the bright light all the time the way that maybe they did in the past. And that's because I know too much now, like hello, like I know way too much, and B, I understand that, again, time is a resource, time is precious, time is all we have, and that the time that I do have and the people that are in my life, they're going to get all of the light. They're going to get all the good stuff, as opposed to me spreading all the good stuff to people who maybe don't necessarily give me the good stuff back. And that's just kind of like how I experienced it, you know. But to your point, like, yeah, it's not ever, you're never going to go back to the way that it was, not only because you can't bring back the person you lost, but because you can't bring back yourself, who you were when they were on earth.
Yeah.
It's different. It's completely different. And if you've never experienced grief in that way, it's hard to describe to someone else, because also to what you were saying, I think people think that grief is something like a hump you jump. I think people sometimes view grief
you want it to be that
as like something that you're going through and that you'll come out on the other side. But coming out on the other side, you are scarred. You are torn. You are disfigured in some ways.
Texture.
100%.
And some texture.
And you can't expect someone who has gone to war to be the same when they come out or of the other side, whatever that means. So, I think that you and I both want to continue to be who we are for our moms. And that is meaningful, because sometimes you can get lost in the grief in a way that, like, you are worried that you'll never be who you were again. But I think that it's important to remember, especially when it comes to, like, maybe a mom, for instance, they want you to be exactly who you are and who you want to be. And so that keeps me wanting to keep going. And I've told you this, I fully believe this, and I believe this about me and you. The very, very best parts of, like, who you and I are, I think were put there by our mothers. Mm-hmm. I do. Like, I fully believe that. And so that keeps me in a headspace of just, like, moving forward.
Yeah.
When sometimes I know that you can relate to not wanting to move forward at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a wild thing that takes up so much of my energy just to even exist. Wow, that sounds so dark. I don't want that to sound as dark as it did, because I also don't want people to think that I feel
you're not giving
hopeless.
Yes, you're not.
'Cause I don't.
You do not. You're not giving into the darkness.
No.
I can vouch for that completely.
I feel a film, like a film over my life that is like it feels not desperate, but it feels despairy, like not despair, but there's like a lens of despair over my whole life right now. And when I'm around people, I want to be like Hailey, like whatever, goofy. And there's going to be moments of that, but I just hope everyone can now accept that I might clock out for a second, and you don't have to ask me what's wrong. And I'm not mad at you. I've got this much energy, and it's taking all of me to just like do a normal day, and not in a dark way. I don't know how to explain that. Like, it's not like it takes all of me and I see nothing. It's not like that. It is just hard, and it's going to be hard. And I hope that I can be strong for myself in the way that I need to be when I do feel the pressure of expectations of energy and all that stuff. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
I know what you're saying, and what you're saying too is what you and I have talked about, which is you have been on a journey well before this year of prioritizing you, because you are such a good friend and you offer your friendship in ways that other people couldn't even dream of offering their friendship. But now I feel like you are really in the throes of figuring out how to prioritize yourself without feeling guilty for letting people down. But in reality, they don't realize just how 112% you've been giving them this whole time. And it's hard to dial back a little bit and say, you're only going to get maybe 90.
Yeah.
You know, but it's still in the grand scheme of friendship, a home fucking run, you know? But I know that that's an ongoing journey. Like you are just very present. You're a very present person. And now is a season of prioritizing being present for you over maybe other people. And that's hard and scary. And it can come with its own set of challenges in terms of like interpersonal relationships. But damn, it's got to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I feel it in other areas of my life every area of my life, but like even with career stuff, I can't give my energy the way, and we've talked about this so many other times, and even before my mom's death, which you're right. And you're actually bringing up these like memories of before, that I did, like, I was trying to figure out how to continue with everything and being good to myself, but also reserving some energy before, just like career, like making the decisions to not audition for everything that comes my way. Because I used to do that. I used to say yes to everything. And I guilted myself into so much. And even now, when I actually have an audition that I'm going to do, that I'm not turning down, I'm like, it's just, I'm mourning the energy I used to have for that even. And I love it still. I love it so much. It's truly, it gives me hope and excitement for the future. But there is so much that I just don't have the energy for right now. And I just hope that I don't have to like mourn too many losses of friendships. You know what I'm saying?
Energy, in my experience, comes back for the things that you really care about.
Yeah.
Like it does come back.
Good.
But also you can't expect your physical energy to come back until your mental energy can like meet it.
Yeah.
And mental and physical energy are different, but they're tied.
Yeah, they're definitely tied together.
You right now, your mental energy is completely depleted, understandably so. So like your physical energy will come back for things that you really love. I experienced that anyway. Good. I'm not, I don't ever want to tell you that we're the same, but it will come back.
Well, good. I'm looking forward to it. And also along with that, with grief, I've realized, and we've talked about this as well, but you know how we've talked about if we're going to do something, if you're going to spend a lot of money on something, you want it to be great, like workouts are a great example.
Yes. Yeah.
Workouts are a great example. Clothing for me, I've been consigning or thrifting because I don't want to put on polyester. I do not want to be in a plastic bag. And I'm feeling this about everything. Makeup, not really makeup in the sense of like, hear me out. Sephora sale. We talked about it. Mm-hmm. You walk into Sephora. What are you feeling when you walk into Sephora?
Overwhelm.
Right. And how much do you spend in a Sephora?
A shit ton of money.
A Sephora. Well, okay, so this is what I'm saying. With this recession indicator and grief, I'm wondering if we're going to get luxury shopping back. Have you noticed that in-store shopping has gotten more popular? Like people have been doing it. And I'm wondering if we're going to clean up some of our acts. With shopping.
In what way? Clean up our acts in what way?
Like Sephora, for example, they could stand to turn down their music a little bit. And by the way, I've always thought this.
You mean
make
the experience more enjoyable
luxury.
Because we're bringing back in-person shopping?
Yes,
okay, I'm following.
In luxury.
Okay.
Luxury in general. I'm noticing this, especially as a personal stylist, when I go into stores. I'm going in there not as a customer in the sense that, I'm just having fun and trying this stuff out. I'm going in this other way. And I'm seeing it now that the demand is coming back for that luxury service.
Yeah, I think that's a great
stores
point.
Used to give. And just keeping your stores clean.
I think that also brings up the good point of kind of like we talk a lot about like there's not a lot of third spaces. And also there's a big emphasis on nostalgia right now in culture. And going to shop and having that immediate gratification also of purchasing something, like that whole experience in and of itself is so fun. And I think that, you know, when I think about like just the environment that different stores provide, like this is not a great example, but for instance, like I immediately go to like a Hollister or an Abercrombie in my mind as a kid because it was wild in there. I mean, it smelled like, yes,
so loud.
It was dark. You never knew what you were actually looking at. The smells, the sights, the shirtless boys, like, but they're curated. I'm not saying it was luxury necessarily, but they curated.
They made a vibe.
Their own experience.
Right.
And so I would be so down if we brought back more personality to these shopping. Maybe even if it's not luxury, like maybe it's more like the personality behind the store.
Yes. I want to walk in somewhere. And by the way, I feel this way about anything I'm going to spend my money on. Getting my hair done. I'm going to the hair salon and I expect to be in a vibe. It doesn't have to be a spa experience. Although I really think that hair salons should do that. I think it's because of hair dryers that they can't do that. I want to know the psychology behind it.
Can't do what?
The experience of it being relaxing, because it's definitely not. You know what I mean? Like you go and also us talking about last week. You know what I mean? And here I am. You know what I mean? You know?
I do know what you mean.
I'm saying?
No, I know what you mean.
But when you go to a hair salon, you walk in and it's like it is your prom playlist from the party bus. It's blasting on volume 79. Everybody's, hi, how are you? Can I get you something to drink? Oh, go this way. There's 87 candles a burning. But I don't mind. I'm not downing this experience. What I'm saying is it is an experience. You go to the nail salon. Also, I have a thing about nail salons too that I want to say real quick.
Yeah. Say
when you walk in, are you prepared with your nail color?
Okay, so...
And even if you know your nail color, why am I so panicked?
I was going to say...
Let me just see a few shades near my skin tone.
Hailey and I recently went together to get our nails done. And I, for the most part, know what I want because I know it looks good on me.
Yes.
Like, I know it looks good on me. And so it's just truly like a quick decision because I'm only deciding between a few things. I did witness in real time
the red.
You have a little bit of decision paralysis when it comes to your nail color. But
yes,
I have
because it's going to be on for a month. I also
feel like your job, you never know what you might need on your nails for your job. So I think that attributes to this decision paralysis.
Yes.
But also I think that you in the moment, I think that too, you were thinking, I want to be something different. I want to do something exciting, but then you second guessed it. So I saw it in real time.
No, but it's like, what I'm saying too is the experience of
the panic.
Yes. The panic. That's the one thing of a nail experience. Well, there's actually several things about a nail salon that I would like to edit, but editing the experience, the vibe is not as much what I'm talking about right now is bringing back a vibe.
Just any old vibe.
Yes.
And I think it would be so great to be like, for instance, like I think that we always go back to fitness. We love fitness. Fitness studios I think are the closest thing right now to what I personally have in my life to like going to search for a vibe and getting the said vibe.
Okay.
Like there is a different unique vibe to every place that I like to attend a class. And like that I love it. Like I genuinely like that. But I wish like that we could go to, I don't know, a store and like have a different vibe. Like I just like, there's vibes to be had. There's more curation to be had.
Would you like to have?
Depends on like I don't know, like where
Sephora.
I shop.
Let's remodel Sephora. What are we doing?
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, first of all,
by the way, I heard a mother-daughter duo talking about this on TikTok this morning. That's why it was on my mind.
The other thing that I guess when it comes to Sephora, like one one example I would provide of a store that is a vibe in the cosmetics world would be a Glossier,
Yes.
whatever you call it.
Yes, they have a whole experience, and the mother-daughter brought Glossier up.
So, but also, I also understand though that is one unique brand, and they can go balls to the wall with their personality and their experience because they're leaning into just one brand.
Yes.
And I understand that Sephora might not be able to do that because they have carry so many brands, but that's what I'm talking
in their
about.
own
Like,
way.
totally. Like they could be like, if they wanted to lean into like the black and white stripe thing, which I wish they wouldn't, because I kind of feel like they're ready for a rebrand refresh. That's just me.
Yes.
That's just me. But they could be like, we're going to have a black and white photo booth, and we're going to have like they could make it like a mini, I don't know. They could have
what they need to do is they
could have
need
a ball pit.
All of their mirrors need to have the old Hollywood glam light bulbs, and those are the only lights in the store. We do not need overhead harsh lighting. We just need makeup mirrors lighting, and it could be a little bit more dim in there. We do not need fluorescents. Those are fluorescents that are in there. Same with Zara. Cut it out.
Zara is like a little warehouse though, essentially. I mean, you're walking into like,
Chill with the lights. Chill with the lights.
Yeah.
I don't like a big light at all. A light on top of me, I don't want it.
Okay, wait, explain this though.
Overhead lighting.
Explain
That's a
this
big light.
because this is how my brain works. Explain me to me.
Yes.
TJ Maxx is fluorescent city.
Yeah.
But there's still a vibe happening there that I like.
Okay.
Explain me to me. Like TJ Maxx has cornered the market on the fluorescent vibe, going to find a deal that I'm looking for.
They don't have as many. They have such a big space. It's all open.
But I'm saying whatever they have done to curate
It's
their
not that bright in there,
deals
though.
and steals vibe though, that's the TJ Maxx vibe. They have they perfected that they curated that and they perfected it, and I go there for that vibe.
Yes.
But it's no frills. Like, it's not fancy, but they curated the vibe.
Right.
So it doesn't even have to be fancy. I just need to like know.
No, yeah.
That,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying change the lighting in a lot of these places. Lower your music. Do you need any help? Can I help you find something?
Yeah.
Yes, the volume button.
Free People has a vibe in their store. Free People has a curated vibe.
Exactly. Okay,
and I like to shop there.
Free People is a great example. Okay.
Anthropologie, curated vibe.
Curated
Not
vibe.
my vibe, but it's curated vibe.
Right.
Aritzia, sort of a curated vibe.
Yes. Absolutely straight to jail with those
Aloe.
dressing rooms.
Aloe,
Vibe.
curated vibe.
See, exactly.
Skims,
Curated vibe.
not my vibe, but curated
Fenty?
vibe. Curated vibe. See, now we're on a roll.
Yes.
We're talking about these kind of stores, but we want it to be applied to different stores that we feel like we go to a lot, but they don't have it going on.
Right. I just think every store should have this. And I think that
Nike,
they
have it.
They have a vibe. Yeah. I think that when I think of some place like also Gap, you could sell the heck out of your stuff if you would just fix your stores. Your stores are so abrasive.
Well, it's kind of like Gap and Old Navy are the same vibe, but
different price points and different consumers.
I know. Well, they're under the same umbrella.
They are with Banana Republic, but Banana Republic vibe.
Safari. We've been talking about Banana Republic.
Yep.
So I agree with you, and I see what you're saying, and I'm on board. And I really like the example of Sephora for this.
Sephora is a great example because it is such a it is a store that we go to so often, and you do spend so much there that I feel like they could, and I think it would benefit them.
I think also what you're bringing up, which is like the more important point, is that they're overdue for a refresh. Like a full refresh. Like their whole black and white stripe thing, and then also like the red accent color they use.
I don't like the red accent is abrasive
It's
with
very
black and white. It's giving harsh. It's giving I don't know who I am.
It's giving the year 2000.
Yes.
It kind of is. Okay, so that's actually this is a great point.
Yeah.
Sephora needs a little facelift.
Yeah. We need to.
Also, what does Sephora mean? Like, where did what does that even mean?
I'm assuming it's someone's last name
Oh.
at this point because I don't know what Sephora means. And apparently it's not a bad thing because they would have changed it already. So that was a thought that just came in my head. I'm like, what if I'm saying a bad word? But obviously not. Well, you can't say obviously. But I think that it would just be a so much better. Sometimes I'm going in there and I'm like, this is my... I think this about nail salons too. When nail salons go into the extra effort of making the experiment, which... True, women in STEM. But why aren't we giving us an exact experience? Like, I want to go into Sephora and feel like I'm a glam girl. There's perfume, there's skincare, there's makeup. We're painting our faces. We're artists. We're makeup artists. We're actors. We're actresses. We're clowns. And I'm going to stop there because that was the best one. We are clowns for spending this much on this product. So make it worth my while. Make it worth my while. Give me a vibe. Calm down. Why are we yelling? Why is the music screaming? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And by the way, I think black and white is fine. I think they should lean into the black of it all. Or they could add a color. I don't give a crap. I don't know about the stripes. I don't need the stripe.
It's giving mime. And
it's giving mime.
I don't think I like that very much. I wanted to say though, I wanted to also just update everyone and let you know that Hailey and I did have a very delicious lunch at Houston's.
We did.
We had smoked salmon and fries and a few beverages, and it was great.
Yes.
Loved it. 10 out of 10. Would recommend Houston's again. You
guys always we've talked about.
I wish we could go there today. I wish we could film an entire podcast episode at Houston's.
Actually, we should look into that.
Houston's.
We should look into that. We should say Houston. Can we sit in a corner of that bar and can we make a spectacle of ourselves?
Please, Houston's.
They don't let us wear open-toed sandals there. They ain't gonna let us. I'm kidding.
No hats.
Actually, no hats.
Definitely no hats.
Yeah, definitely no ripped jeans. I'm sure.
No ripped jeans for sure. Yeah.
Which by the by. No ripped jeans in general. I kind of feel like. Actually, I don't believe that.
How do you feel?
It just depends.
How do you feel about cutoff shorts?
I think men with ripped jeans, no,
and also no flip-flops. Put your toes away.
No men.
Cover your dogs. I think we've said this again. Every year we've done this when it starts to get warm. If you are a man
and you have a thong flip-flop on,
cover your tootsies.
No, go to prison. It's time to spend some time incarcerated. I think
if you need
will do you good.
If you need a little bit of breathing room in your toes, you can put a croc on. But I don't need to see your toes.
Not at Houston's though. And also a slide. I don't mind a man in a slide, but I don't mind a slide. Just don't do it in public.
Two things. One, the slide thing you just reminded me of. I used to have
the pool.
I used to have some Nike slides that had had spikes on them.
You're talking Adidas.
Adidas, yes.
I have a pair in there.
Why do we wear those? They hurt like hell.
I put them on the other day to take mom out, and I was like,
"What the hell are we doing?"
Was not the move. They hurt. That was dumb.
They were at.
Do you remember that little squiggly stuff in the early 2000s that like flip flops had on the bottom? Like you could get a certain pair that had like those I'm gonna find a picture and show y'all, but it was a similar sensation of why did we do that to our feet?
I think I remember when Matt and I were first dating, I got him like a pair of flip flops and an Easter basket I made him or something, and they had a bottle opener on the bottom of the flip flop.
Oh, of course they did, and
because
they were that's
the year
Billabong.
2000. Yeah, it was Billabong.
They were Billabong.
But I wanted to know, how do you feel about cutoff shorts?
For women?
Denim shorts. Yeah. Cut off denim shorts.
I think they're great. They're really complicated. For me, I believe they're complicated to find the right pair with the right length because I don't want to look
like a nana.
Hoochie mama. And I don't want to look like a grandma.
See, I
want to be in between. I want to be like, she is beautiful.
I love a short. I like a denim diaper. I like a very short cutoff short.
Last year when denim diapers actually came out at Free People,
they had denim underwear,
denim underpants.
They were called them micro shorts. They were They were.
I'm gagging. I'm gagging because I know. Oh, women.
They were micro shorts because we had to use a fucking microscope to find them.
Yes,
because they were that small.
Very.
Maybe I'll wear them this year. I don't know. I mean, things are different.
You got the legs for it.
I mean, listen, things are different now.
These are different.
We're always evolving. We're always changing.
Always evolving. Always grooving.
It's honestly exhausting.
And also, we started this podcast out saying this is exhausting. Evolving is really exhausting.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
And we know that, Sephora, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
Oh my gosh, I wanted to tell you something that's happening this week at Scooby's school. It's field day and I get to go. I get to attend.
You guys.
And last year, they did a tug of war that the parents got to participate in.
Oh my gosh, I remember the picture.
I
remember this.
I'm ready.
Life flies
and
so
I remember
fast. That was
field
yesterday.
Day. I know. I remember field day, like great fond memories of field day when I was a kid. Like it was truly the best day of the year. Yeah. And I am ready. Like I'm ready.
Field day is so good.
It is really good.
Did you guys ever have the field day station where you had the paint cans and you had the strings and you walked on the paint cans?
No, we didn't have that.
I remember that very, very vividly.
We did like the egg thing where you put an egg on a spoon and you have to do like a relay race.
Yes.
There's tug of war.
What other things? There's like little bike relay races with like little tricycles. Like I think. I can't really remember. To be honest, sometimes I think back and I'm like, was that a Lizzie McGuire episode or was that my life?
Yeah.
Did that happen to Miley Stewart or did it happen to me?
But at some point it's like, does it matter? Because if it was a happy memory, it's a happy memory.
Right.
Like either way.
So if like
a win is a win.
Miley Stewart moisturized her hands with ketchup because she got nervous in front of a crush, I might have done that too.
It is, again,
I probably
a good mem's a good mem.
A good mem is a good mem.
I also remember the presidential fitness test.
That was a stressful day.
Do you remember the sit and reach? Why did George Bush need us to sit and reach? Like, what the hell? What was he doing with that information? Like, I needed to be able to sit and reach to my toes. Like, first of all, no problem. But second of all, why did you need to know if I could do that or not? Ugh.
I don't want to answer my thoughts because they'd be inappropriate.
But also,
for me,
presidential fitness test, like you could not make me believe in any way, shape, or form that the president was also able to complete those fitness tests. And I think also that square dancing was included in that.
Why was it called the presidential fitness test?
I think Babs Bush. I think it was George and Babs Bush that were in office during that time. I think that Babs's platform was physical fitness for kids. And so I think that the presidential fitness test was to support that. The way that Michelle Obama's
food.
Yes. Yeah. She was like
school lunches.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that's where I think that it might have come from. I think Babs was like sit and reach, sit and square dance, run a mile. I think it was run a mile.
Okay. Babs. I do remember running the mile. What was your quickest mile? Do you remember? I remember mine.
Probably 12 minutes.
Mine was like 5:32.
Wow.
My fastest.
Fast as fuck, boy.
I'll never do it again. But I remember that. And I remember being like, that was peak. And that's as fast as it's going to get. It was never that fast again.
I ran track, not because I was fast, but because they needed one more person for the relay race. Mm-hmm. And I remember vividly, we set a school record. Because the other girls were so fast, it didn't matter that I was bad. Like it didn't matter.
So you got to be a part of that.
And I got my name up on the wall. I think it's still up there to this day. But we had a very funny Jamaican man who was our track coach, and he was the health teacher, obviously, because like whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, he just would cuss at us all the time because he truly came straight from Jamaica to my school.
Yeah.
And he just didn't care about cussing. It just wasn't a big deal. And I have this vivid memory of him getting onto us in class and during health class, and he was going, "You're so damn lazy." And he just called us damn lazy all the time. And sometimes when I think that I am being lazy in my real life,
you're so damn lazy,
I just think to myself that my coach calling me, I'm so damn lazy. And when I was like 15 years old, because I was damn lazy, like true. Like I just learned recently, clock it. I was lazy, but how funny is that? And he was the track coach. He would yell at me because I also wasn't going fast enough and tell me I was damn lazy. And I remember being like, this is as fast as these legs go. Hand me the baton.
Yeah. No, I couldn't do it.
Hand me the baton.
But you were so damn lazy.
I was so damn lazy.
I truly was when it came to the mile, though.
Yeah.
I didn't want to mess with that. The only year that I tried hard was my freshman year because of dance team. And I just like felt the pressure of it, but never would run that fast again. And also I remember I was really good at sit-ups during the presidential whatever.
Okay.
But you know what I never got ever? A pull-up.
Same. I think I could probably do a pull-up now, maybe one.
I think now my shoulder injuries would prevent me.
We need to do the presidential fitness test now as adults and see if it's as hard as we remember.
I think it's going to be as hard as we remember. And some things maybe not because we got used to doing them. But pull-ups are going to be one thing for me. And then there was that jump. I still don't have that much up. But still a white girl.
But also wasn't the jump physically. The jump wasn't like a vertical jump.
It was like a vertical jump.
Oh, it was.
I thought you were something on the wall.
Oh, was there also a jump where you had to jump out?
Yes, I'm sure there was.
Okay.
Then that's called the long jump. Well, and I don't remember the long jump. I don't remember doing it or being successful at it.
Yeah, I don't remember that
But I do remember
either.
Jumping upwards and having to hit the wall.
And like maybe put a sticker on the wall or something and seeing how far it was. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, let's do the presidential fitness test.
Okay.
Sit and
I'm
reach.
excited. I'm excited about the presidential fitness test. But don't test me anymore.
Not with like real life events.
No.
This is just something for fun.
Yeah.
We don't need any more tests or tribulations. Trials, tribulations.
Tests, challenges.
I've had my share. Ain't nothing gonna stop me now. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
Other than clock it, tea, respect, period queen, and that I really think Sephora needs a makeover.
Agree.
And they've got all that glam. Do something with it, girl.
Please rate, review, subscribe. Please transfer me your Sephora points. Please share this episode with a friend. And we love ya. And we'll see you next Thursday.
Janine, take us home, sis.